This is Dave Walsh from Dunkirk Boiler Company. We are partnering with our distribution partners, Pierce Phelps, on an exciting promotion to sell some VLT and VX boilers manufactured by Dunkirk. And we'll take a couple minutes here just to explain the features and benefits of this product. First of all, the Helix VLT, and we'll get into the naming of that in just a moment, is a high efficiency condensing boiler. It has a 5-to-1 turn down ratio. Obviously, it's gas fired. It's strictly a wall mounted boiler. And as you'll see later in this presentation, has a very unique stainless steel heat exchanger. It also incorporates built-in primary secondary piping, a specialized flue collector. It does come with a built-in low water cutoff and a very simple control system. And if you need to mount it on the floor, we do offer a optional floor stand. So let's take a look at the VLT. As you can see, the inside of the cabinet is very service friendly. There's plenty of room to move your hands around. The low water cutoff is located at the top of the boiler. Here is the positioning of the self-cleaning heat exchanger that we'll cover in just a moment. And the internal primary secondary piping, which saves an awful lot of labor on the job site. And we'll cover that in detail in just a moment. The boiler loop, and then lastly, the condensate trap is internal to the boiler as well. Again, saving time and effort. The VLT comes in 6 sizes, from 50,000 BTUs all the way up to 299,000 BTUs. All models are 95% efficient and are piped 1.25 inch pipe right off the boiler to your manifold. What makes the VLT boiler unique is it's a heat exchanger. The VLT is named the VLT because it is a vertical mounted laser welded fin tube. What it is, it's a 316L stainless steel tube that has 444 grade stainless steel fins laser welded on the outside of the tube. 316L gives us corrosion resistance on the water side, where the 444 grade gives us corrosion resistance and extreme heat transfer on the combustion side. You also see the tubing diameter is quite large compared to other heat exchangers on the market today, resulting in low pressure drop and easy flow. We call this a self-cleaning heat exchanger mainly because of the positioning and the design of the coil. The coil itself is vertically mounted, and as you can see in the picture in the lower right-hand corner, it looks like a coiled spring. And as it heats and cools, it expands and contracts, and any combustion debris that should develop on the heat exchanger merely gets washes down and out the condensate drain due to the condensate developing on the boiler. It is truly a self-cleaning heat exchanger on both the water side and the flue side. If you compare the VLT coil against some competitive heat exchangers, you'll notice competitors' heat exchangers have over 72 welds in their construction process. The VLT heat exchanger is a seamless stainless steel tube with no weld connections to fail or crack. What makes the VLT such a dynamic installation time saver is the built-in primary secondary piping. Here you see an image of a competitive condensing boiler, and they have their primary secondary piping with their closely spaced T's, valves, fittings, the pump, and so forth. We've calculated that, and that's over $300 of pipe, valves, and fittings, plus the labor you have to give up to put that in. All those connections, pipe, valves, and fittings are housed under the hood with the VLT boiler. So as I say, the same stock list that you use to install an atmospheric conventional gas boiler is the same stock list you would use to install a VLT high efficiency gas boiler. We've taken the guesswork out of the equation. What also makes the VLT quite unique is our flue collector. Many condensing boilers are vented in PVC pipe, and the C, as we know, in PVC stands for chlorides, and oftentimes that off-gases into the condensate that is produced in the vent pipe, which is pitched 1/4 inch per foot back to the boiler and accumulates in a condensate collector. Our competitors often use stainless steel or aluminum. We use polypropylene, which is impervious to acidic condensate laced with chlorides. We also include a low water cutoff. It's a UL listed low water cutoff, factory installed. You can see it in the upper left-hand corner of the boiler here. It is a probe type, and it is an off-the-shelf type of low water cutoff, either hydro level or interchangeable with TACO. And it also features a test button, so if an inspector requires to prove the functionality of the low water cutoff, merely press the test button, and it'll cut the gas flow to the boiler. And another unique feature of the VLT is its control system. It's a very straightforward English language driven control system that is easy to operate and understand. The plain text display makes it easy to set up and troubleshoot, and it retains program in the event of a power failure and display errors. If you had a multiple boiler application, the VLT control system, the Argus Vision Control, can control up to 16 individual boilers and all operated together through the Argus Link control with no additional controls necessary. That's over $1,500 savings when you're trying to, if you had to install a Tecmar or a heat timer control. The standard warranty is a 15-year limited limited heat exchanger warranty and a 1-year parts. However, you or the homeowner merely register for free within 60 days of the installation. The VLT boiler is covered by a 2-year free parts and labor program. Additionally, we have factory installed boiler loop pump, primary secondary piping, and the low water cutoff, making the VLT boiler a great value. We also have what's called the VX boiler. The VX is the little brother to the VLT, and it is often used where the contractor chooses to do his own primary secondary piping, or in cases where we're removing an old condensing boiler and primary secondary piping is already on the job site. This boiler comes in 5 sizes, up to 200,000 BTUs, and is 95% AFUV. And the difference between the connections between this boiler and the VLT is it's 3/4 inch copper on the 50 through 100,000 and 1-inch copper stubs on their 150 and 200. It features the same heat exchanger as the VLT, same polypropylene flue collector, still 95% efficiency. It's just in a smaller cabinet due to the fact that we do not include the low water cutoff or the primary secondary piping. It has the same Argus control, and the only difference from the gas connection on this versus the VLT is the gas connection is on top, where the gas connection is on the bottom of the VLT. Currently running right now at Pierce Phelps is a tremendous pricing opportunity. We are offering the VLT boiler at a special price for 100,000 BTUs of $3,345, with an additional $150 rebate available to the participating contractor, resulting in a net price of $2,195. And that same rebate is carried across all sizes available for the VX and VLT boiler. How does that stand against competition? Well, if you're currently buying a competitor's product, and let's use the 100,000 BTU VLT, for example, after your rebate, to get you to $2,195, if you would have put in a Wal-McLean a Wal-McLean 97, you'd be spending over $2,800 for that product. And even if you use the low-cost product from Wal-McLean, the Eco, you'd be spending $2,200 thereabouts. And if you're using locking var, it'd be over $2,900. What's most unique is that Dunkirk, the VLT, includes the primary, secondary piping and low water cutoff. However, the Wal-McLean Eco and the locking var do not. So if you look at the prices between the VLT and the VX versus our competitors, you can see that the price and value is significant. Thank you for joining us, and please try a Dunkirk boiler from your participating Pierce Phelps location.